Hi everybody, it's Kathy from HuckleberryHerbs and Art. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel and checking out the video. I have a little project in mind and I would like to have some poinsettia clusters to put on the project. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to show you what they look like when you make them three-dimensional with the 3D shaping mold. So I'm going to be using the poinsettia and holiday clusters die and stamp set and the poinsettia shaping mold. I've chosen some very simple green and red, very traditional colors to do this on. This is a look at what stamps come in this collection, so you get a number of sizes or two sizes of the, actually they're called brachia. They're not really flowers, they're leaves on the poinsettia. And then a cluster of 4-leafed holly and a cluster of 3-leafed holly, all on these. So I'm going to stamp out the leaves onto the green and the brachia or the flower petals onto the red. I've chosen just to stamp these out simply with Memento black ink by hand, no stamp press. And again, I'm not too worried about being able to see these ink lines because I'll probably sparkle them up. And I'm making more leaves than I am flowers because you usually only put 1 or 2 flowers, but these are the things that I always run short of on all kinds of cards. You can use them in multiple ways just to adorn a corner, put a little sparkle onto a card that's otherwise simple. And so I'm going to make myself some extra holly clusters. And now I just need to chop these up so they're ready to go through the die cut machine. Here they are, all ready to go through my Big Shot. I could have used my magnetic board, but it's just fine to put them on with a little piece of tape. And then of course your bottom plate, a top plate, and let's run them through and see what they look like. I think these are going to cut very easily. They're not intricate, but I'll still pass it through. Come back the other side so that you can see them as they come out. And they're already falling out. So, just a quick pop. There's some of the holly leaves. And some of the small poinsettias. And some of the larger ones. And then these try ones. Look at that, all I had to do is lift it. Okay, I'm going to keep cutting and then I'll be back. So here are the holly leaves and the poinsettia brachia or flower petals all cut out. Look at how many I got just from, and I didn't even use the whole entire sheets of paper. And in just a few minutes, it only took a few minutes. But now, before, the real work would kick in, because trying to get these to have a little dimension so that they look like they pop up a bit and have some interest on the cards. It's beautiful that they lie flat, but putting a little dimension in really makes the difference, and that's what used to be painstaking. So I'm gonna get the mold ready and place these in the mold so I can show you what they look like when they pop out. Okay, so I've placed them in. I will tell you that there are directions. They are directional in the leaves, so there's 1 shorter leaf and 3 larger or longer leaves, and so you just need to take a second to make sure you're putting them in the right direction. The flower petals you just plop in. And I'm just gonna take that over here. I have my water bottle. I'm gonna give it 1 spritz. That's it. I don't want to play with my ink. I just want to put some dampness in the area. And then there are 3 notches and 1 without a notch. And there are 3 corners that you put into the 3 notches, place it right on top, press it down, and now we'll run it through the die machine. Alright, so you just set this up with your bottom plate and then your mold and a top plate. You can use shims if you think there's not enough pressure, but I really personally haven't found that that's a problem. And then just run it through the machine. And when you open it up, there they are, stuck to the mold. And here they are with dimension. Just beautiful. Especially look at these leaves. Oh my gosh. That's so wonderful. That would have taken me forever sitting there with my little embossing tools and trying to create all those impressions. Isn't that beautiful? So within a couple minutes I have all these flowers. Next step is to put them together. Alright, so I have my flowers and I have my little foam pad and some embossing tools and my glue, and I'm going to just put some of these together. I'm going to start with the largest poinsettia petals, and I'm going to offset those. So all I'm going to do, and as I've mentioned before, it's a good idea to put a little piece of paper underneath if you're going to be gluing, so you don't get glue onto your foam and ruin your tools. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here, offset the flower petal, press it in with, I don't know, does this 5mm? There's a 5mm. And I'll put one of the little ones in there. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue up the sides because I would prefer to keep some of the debossed center. So I'm just going to touch around the edges. Just get it to touch. Make sure that's on the glue. And there you go. Isn't that beautiful? It's not even sparkled. It doesn't have any centers yet, but I think it came out beautiful. And then of course you can take some of your holly leaves and attach those in the background to make yourself a little cluster. Just get them to touch the glue. And look at that. I did not have to painstakingly sit there and, you know, make flowers. All this. I just really love the molds. Alright, so I'm going to mess around with these and see if I can come up with an idea for something for us to create with quickly. Okay, so I played with these for a while, and some of them I chose to just use some sparkle red emboss. Let's see if I put this on a piece of paper. It might be easier to show you. And those came out really pretty. I like them. So I just put a little of my glitter glue and sprayed it with a teeny spritz of water so I could put it on a brush, cover the whole thing, and embossed it with red sparkle. I used the glitter glue fine tip to just put drops of glue, and I let it all dry and then came back and embossed it afterwards. So a little three berries worth of glue and emboss from powder. And with these ones I used some clear sparkle embossing powder so you could still see the stamping underneath. Alright, and what I have here is just an ivory card, which I've matted this piece of paper from the Oh Holy Nights from Heartfelt Creations, and I just put it on plain, the same green paper that I started with. And I've decided, in the theme of keeping it simple, that I'm just gonna take one of the cutouts and put a little backing on it, Merry Christmas, pop it right there across the card, and then I'm gonna come back and start putting some flowers in, and just start creating a little design here. It's good to have a tool to press them down, and I'm going to want to make sure that I get a good amount of holly in there too. I really had fun working with these. They're just so stinking pretty, very traditional and very cute. And I think I'll put another small one here pushed right up against it. So I'm really making this card more about the flowers and the holly. I think I'll take a little 3 section and put it right there. And I'm going to go over here in the upper corner because I'm really, as I said, I'm all about the flowers here. I really just want to adorn the whole thing and end up with something that just pops with the flowers. Take another one of those 4 leaves of holly. Get that tucked in here. I'll wipe that little glue piece off. And it's dry as clear glue, so won't really see those. Let me take my tool and make sure everything's down good. There we go. You can feel when your glue catches. And if you wanted to, you could snip this off, but I think one of the lovely ways to give a package at Christmas time is to just put it in, you know, the little cello bags, the little cellophane covers there, and let it be see-through. So yeah, I'm going for it here. I just want lots of sparkling flower. I just wanted to have fun with these poinsettias. They've been sitting here forever waiting for me, and I am getting to the point where it's December 2nd, and I just want to see a little bit of the traditional red and green and sparkle, and I want to make sure that the berries show, so just tuck these in. Yeah, I'll probably snip some of that off. Or look, I can even curl it around so it's more tucked in. And then we'll do a tiny bit more of this beautiful holly coming down the side. Right there. Just want to make sure your glue touches somewhere so that all your flowers stay on. Okay, I think that's pretty good. What do you think? Very sparkly and fun. And really, you don't need to do anything else. I have taken a tag from the, what did I say? Well, okay, I just named the paper. Maybe it'll come back to me. And with this, I'm just going to take one piece of the holly and put that up in the corner here. I don't want to cover that picture up, actually, so I'm going to put it right there. My fingers are starting to get sticky with all that I've been playing with. And just a a bit of the holly. And there you go. Now you, or sorry, poinsettia. Now you have a little matching tag to go with it. Those were there. I got crumbs of everything all over the place here. All right, so there we go. And these ones that were just the clear sparkle, they could go on a different colored cardstock with different colored paper. So I hope you liked that. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love the 3D molds. All of the ones that have come out have saved me time, made beautiful flowers, and they inspire me to get started, where before it used to seem so cumbersome to create something like this with the flowers. Now I think, oh, I just spend a few minutes stamping, die cutting, and putting them through the mold, and at least that's done. I can put all the parts down, come back and play and make flowers. So I don't know if you've tried them out. You should let me know what you think of the 3D molds if you have tried them out, or if you're thinking of getting one. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want any of these items here, HuckleberryHerbs.com. I'll be back with more from Heartfelt Creations, and I hope you're all having a blessed season. Till next time, everybody, this is Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art. God bless.
Pick up your